The headlines were loud. Millions lost in Bitcoin scam. Investors wiped out overnight. Another crypto Ponzi scheme exposed. The world read it, shook their heads and moved on. But what the headlines didn't tell you was this. Behind every flashy article, every shocking number were real people. People who had dreams, savings and trust. Completely destroyed by a scam that was designed to fool even the smartest of us. This is the story the news never told you. It started like many stories in the crypto world. With the promise of freedom. The pitch was simple. Bitcoin is the future. We can multiply your investment. Don't miss out on the chance of a lifetime. The website was clean, the branding flawless, the testimonials glowing. Social media was filled with influencers quietly endorsing the platform. And even respected figures in the tech space unknowingly lent credibility just by liking or resharing the content. The victims weren't greedy fools. They were hopeful believers. They saw an opportunity that matched the trend of the time. Crypto was booming, fortunes were being made, and missing out felt like financial suicide. And that's how it always begins, with fear of missing out. The scam itself was brilliantly engineered. Behind the scenes, hackers had cloned legitimate exchange dashboards. Every victim who signed up saw their account. The charts looked real. The deposits appeared in green. They could even withdraw small amounts at first, just enough to build trust. And trust is the real currency of every scam. Once trust was secured, the platform introduced bonuses. Double your money by keeping it in. Special VIP offers. Invite your friends and you both get rewards. And like wildfire the scam spread. WhatsApp groups, Telegram channels, Discord servers. Everyone was talking about the miracle platform. But what the headlines didn't tell you is how it ended. One night, without warning, the website vanished. Accounts were locked. Withdrawals failed. For some, millions were gone. For others, it was everything they owned. But here's the secret. The part that never made the front page. This wasn't just a random scam by faceless hackers overseas. No. The operation had layers. Fake companies registered in real countries. Paid actors posing as CEOs in slick promo videos. A trail of shell corporations designed to give the illusion of legitimacy. And most shocking of all, some victims had been warned, by friends, by family, even by small warnings buried in obscure forums. But they didn't want to listen, because the scam didn't look like a scam. It looked like the future. The victims weren't just investors. They were retirees who trusted their pensions. Young people who poured in tuition savings. Parents who thought they were building a legacy. The headlines reduced it all to millions lost. But behind every dollar was a name, a story, and a life changed forever. And yet, there's one more thing the news never told you. The scam didn't fully disappear. Fragments of the website reappeared under new names. The same support agents began answering under fresh branding. The same code, the same promises, just recycled for a new wave of unsuspecting victims. Because here's the truth. Scams don't die. They evolve. So what do we learn from this? That not everything that looks legitimate online is real. That the greatest danger in crypto isn't the volatility. It's the illusion of trust created by those who know exactly what we want to hear. That scams thrive not because people are stupid, but because people are human, driven by hope, fear, and the desire for something better. The headlines told you the numbers. But what they didn't tell you was the human cost. The sleepless nights. The broken relationships. The silence of people too ashamed to admit they were fooled. And maybe that's the most dangerous part. Because silence is what scammers rely on. The less we talk about what really happened, the easier it is for them to strike again. So if you're watching this, understand this truth. Crypto is powerful. Blockchain is revolutionary. But in every revolution, there are shadows. And in those shadows lurk predators. Don't be the next story the headlines forget. Learn, question, verify. And when something sounds too good to be true, remember this story. Because what the headlines didn't tell you may be the very thing that saves you from being next.